Hello everybody and welcome back to Imagination Productions. Today I am here with another tutorial for you. You may be wondering why I'm in survival. This is just for me to kind of show you what it is and that I've made it before. This is a Pigman farm that I have recently made on a realm, and this thing is extremely fast with XP and a lot of gold loot. As you can see, I've already got that and all this stuff. So if you're in the market for some gold and a couple levels, you're in the right place. Alright, so now I'm in another world where I'm going to be showing you how to make this. First thing you're obviously going to want to do is go into the nether. Actually, before I tell you that, this is a very long process of a farm. There's a lot of different steps in it. So if there's some parts that you already know how to do, I'm going to put a timestamp up here. Just skip to the part that you need help with, and yeah. Alright, so let's start. First off, you just want to go into the nether. And there we go. So now you're in the nether. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to scaffold or climb or do whatever you need to do to get all the way up to the roof of the nether. So right here where you'll find some bedrock. Alright, so now that you're up here, you're going to have to go into F3 mode, and you see this number right here, the looking at block. For me, it's this. You're just going to want to focus on this middle number for right now. You need to find a block that is at 127. So for me, right here, I already found it. This is a block that's at 127. All you need to be able to do is find one that's 127. You're able to get directly underneath, like so. So one more thing you got to do is you got to take down the coordinate of this block. For me, right now, it's 14 and negative 58. You want to take that down because that will be extremely important for when you get onto the nether roof, because you're going to need to break this so you're able to come back down. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to use an ender pearl right there, and as you can see, you have phased through. Congratulations, you are on top of the nether. Alright, so now you're going to want to find that block that you came through. For me, it's 14, negative 58, right here. I'm just going to put that down so we're able to see what it is. Oh, excuse me. So now you're going to want redstone, piston, TNT, trapdoor, and one block of obsidian. There we go. You can get out of F3 mode. That doesn't really matter anymore. So now, for right now, I've got the sand marking at the block. You're going to want to put redstone right next to it, a piston right there, and a block of obsidian right there. Now you're going to want to put a trapdoor there. Put it up for now. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click extremely fast. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to put a piece of TNT right on top of this redstone, and then flip like this, get your piston out, and just click as fast as you can right here. This is extremely important. If you don't do this, you won't be able to get back down, which is extremely important in most worlds. So now, let's do it. I completely messed that one up. It will take a couple chances. That's why I recommend bringing extra stuff up here when you do it. Did I get it? And no. Alright, so you need your piston that you place to be facing up. That's how you know you've done it correctly. And I forgot one step. When your piston is facing upwards that you've placed, you know you've done it correct. It will take a while. I recommend maybe practicing in a creative world, just because it will take a long time. And it's facing up, and there you go. You've officially broken bedrock. Congratulations, you have made it to the roof. Alright. So now on to the actual farm. So right now what you're going to want to get is a lot of scaffolding. So right now we're standing on block 127. You're going to want to get all the way up to block 220. So let's just spam this for a little while. Okay, so now you're on block you should be on 220 right now. So now this is where it gets really important that you listen. You need to make sure that you're using blocks that are non-spawnable. That can be glass, it can be slabs, it can be whatever you want. For right now, I'm just going to use glass. So right now, I'm going to build the storage system. So you're going to want chests and hoppers. If you want, you're able to make an automatic storage system over here That's completely up to you. Doesn't really matter if you do it that way or not. It'll still work the same, but I do recommend having a bucket of lava up there so that you're able to discard all of the stuff that you don't want. Say you don't want a ton of swords, you can just throw it all in there. So for right now, I'm just going to do a really simple storage design. You could literally, since this does a lot, I usually have it set up as a, whoops, I just fell. I usually have it set up something like this, and then a line of hoppers going into it, like so. And there you go. So for now, that's all you're really going to do for the storage system. This part is completely optional. Do it in whatever way you want. This doesn't matter how you do it. So now we're going to go over and start the killing chamber. So you're going to want to go up to, use scaffolding once more, and go up to 224. There we go. So this is where your hoppers are going to be leading into the storage system. So for me, right now, I'd probably do it as so. Actually, no, I'd probably do it like this. There we go. That's how I would do it. So that right here is where you'll be killing them. I'd also make a platform right here. It doesn't have to be a big one, just enough for you to stand on and to whack them. Alright, so now it's time for the actual farm. You got to get some blocks. This block can be, sorry, what was I just saying? You need a couple slabs. So the reason why we're doing this is so that the XP doesn't get stuck inside of the hoppers, but the items still travel through into the hoppers. So now, once you've placed those slabs all across these 9, you're going to want to get any other block, preferably not flammable, because there will be a bit of lava. I'm probably just going to use netherrack. And you're going to want to place a lining going all the way around this farm. Just like this. This is going to be a little chute that they come in. You don't even need these corner blocks. You can get rid of those. That's the bare minimum that you need. One thing that I would suggest putting in is little walls right here, just to make sure that you don't lose any XP or items. You don't need that. That's just a little extra safety, just to make sure you don't lose anything. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build all the way up to 247. This can be in any block. For tutorial sake, I'm just going to put in glass because it's easier to, see through to what you need to be able to see. So yeah, you're just going to want to do that. I'll check in as soon as I've done that. Alright, so now that you've built all the way up to block 247, we're going to start with the spawning platforms. To do that, you're going to want to start just by putting blocks in exactly like this. And there we go. Alright, so now that you've done that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get some more netherrack. And including this block right here, you're going to go out 16 blocks. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're going to want to do that on each side. Alright, so now that you've built it out so that it looks, whoops, why is that there? Now that you've built it out so that there's 16 going out in each direction, including this block here, so including this, it's 16, you're going to want to go to the end and you're going to want to place, why does that keep happening? You're going to want to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you've really got to pay attention because this part can get a little tricky if you're not good with building circles, just like me. So now you're going to put 1 down, 1, 2, 1 down, 1, 2, 1 down, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, 1. So you should have 3 going along like that, so that's just 1. And you're going to go like that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look exactly like this from the outside. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4 starting right here, not including the middle. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. So you're going to want to copy that pattern all the way around. So I'm just going to get one final look over here just to make sure that this is clear to everybody. Alright, so now let's continue placing that all around. There we go. So now you should have copied that around the entire thing so it looks basically like this. Now this is probably going to be the most time consuming part. You're going to want to come in and fill the entire place with netherrack. Now this will take a lot of netherrack. I'd come in with at least 2 stacks for each. I don't know the exact number, but yeah, bring at least 2 stacks for each. Alright, so now that you have built this up, you may notice that some mobs are spawning, including some unwanted mobs. We'll get around to the ghast in actually one moment. So as you can see, there's a couple pigmen spawning. If you back away, there you go, you see they'll spawn a little more, and yeah, they're just going to continuously spawn. So now that you've done that, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep ghast from spawning, because those guys will mess up the farm. So you're going to want to go 3 up, break the 2 bottom ones, and go all the way around the 3x3 like this in the air. Alright, so now that you've done that, you're going to want to go from the center, you're going to want to go all the way out to over here. There you go. And you're going to want to do that in each direction. Do that all the way to the edge so it lines up perfectly right there. Alright, so now that you've got it looking like that, you're going to want to go and make sure that these are 2 apart. You're going to want to go and build out pillars of glass going across. Make sure there's 2 in between, just like this. And you're going to want to build them all the way to the edge of the platform so that there will be no ghast spawning. The reason why this will stop them from spawning is because they need a 3x3 area to spawn. So by doing this, we're removing any possible 3x3 areas that they could spawn in, which will also help getting more mobs, because the mob cap will only be reached by counting zombie pigmen and not ghast and all those other guys. Alright, so now as you can see, I did it this way, so it's always going in a line like that. No 3x3s there, so if it looks something like this and there's no 3x3s except for in the center area, it should work. So by now you'll have noticed that there are a lot of zombie pigmen spawning. This is an extremely efficient farm. So what I would recommend doing is blocking off the center area for right now, because this part is going to be how we actually get them attracted into the center. So there we go, just block all of this off so they have no way to get in. Also leave a platform for you to stand on, obviously, and do not whack these guys. I did that because I was in creative. And so right now you're going to want to get a couple trapdoors, and you're going to want to put them around this area right here. Alright, you done that? You're going to want to flip them. Actually, don't flip them yet. First, you're going to want to get more trapdoors. Place one there, place one there, place one there. Nope, sorry, incorrect. Gotta place them like this so that they will open like this. You need them to be able to open like that. Now, unless you need this to actually build, you can close those. Yeah, you can close them all up. And you're gonna want to go up one more. And there we go. So now that you're up one more, this will make it so that it will be on eye level. And what will be on eye level, you may be asking? Turtle eggs. No idea why, but these zombie pigmen are extremely attracted to the turtle eggs. So if we put one right here, as you can see, there's a couple of them. They're like, hey, there's something there. I want to get it. And the reason why they'll fall is because this, what's it called? These trapdoors, even when they're closed, all mobs see them as if they're... Wait, sorry. Well, yeah. Anyways, if it's like this, they'll see the trapdoor as like that. So that way, they'll try and pathfind their way over to it, but when they do that, they'll just fall right down into the killing chamber. One quick note that I need to let you know is that make sure that there is no solid block on top or under the turtle eggs. If you do that, this farm will not work. For some reason, they are not attracted to it when there's a block on top and under it. Alright, so right now, I wouldn't recommend breaking these just yet. What I would do first is you're going to want to go down to block 242. So let's see, 242 is right here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a couple of signs. Let's see, we'll get oak signs. And you're going to want to put them all around like that, including one in the center. Alright, now that you've done that, you're going to want to get some lava. And just, you only really need one. I'm just going to put multiple because, I don't know, I want multiple. Make sure to be careful when you're doing this or else you could die. So now that you got those there, sorry, being weird right now. This will break the zombie pigmen's fall. So the reason why you really want this is because this is a stackable farm. And if you're trying to stack it, then ignore this glass until you get to the very top level. So the best way to do it is, sorry, not the best way to do it. If you want to stack it, all you need to do is make sure that you have this egg, you give it enough space, and on this layer where there's glass at the moment going in each directions, just replace that with another solid layer just like this, if you wanted it to be double. I've noticed that it doesn't really make too much of a difference for rates, but yeah, if you want to do it, then go ahead. Alright, so now that you've done this, and you have the storage system, the killing chamber, you got everything ready, you can start destroying glass. And you'll see they'll just start flowing in. Yeah, you see that? They're just going at it. A couple of them will be here, but by the time you kill a bunch of them, other ones will spawn and they'll push them into the killing chamber. So that's really, you don't really have to worry about that. There you go. So now they should all be down there. And there you go. You can see that there's like a million of them there. One last precaution that you may want to take, because this guy spawned, because scaffolding, stuff can spawn on scaffolding. So what you're going to want to do is, the easiest way is just get a torch, place it right there, and then whack that guy off. You may want to place more just around, completely up to you. Now that we've done that, you can get your sword, begin to whack them, and they will soon die. Oh, okay, they're not dropping any. Okay, give me a minute. Slash game rule do mob loot. True, I turned that off a while ago. And there you go. As you can see, they're one shot. You'll begin getting XP. They'll be dropping their loot, and it'll be getting picked up by hoppers. Every so often, you may get a piece of it in your inventory. You can just throw it into a hopper if you want. And yeah, there you go. You'll see you'll be getting a lot of XP. You could get an enchanting table set up here if you want. And there you go. Lots of stuff. Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention is sometimes, it's very rare, but sometimes magma cubes will spawn here. What you're going to want to do is, we need to make sure that those guys just die, or else they'll stop the farm, and the rates will go down. It's not a good idea. So to do that, they're attracted to iron golems. So you're going to want to have build out 4, destroy these 3, and put iron golems on post like that. You're going to want to build them 3 out, because if there's 2 blocks there, they'll try and jump and get onto the platform. It's really weird. I don't think they can even jump that high, so they really shouldn't. But yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3. Remove that. And yeah, just put that in every section like this. Alright, so that's the Pigman Farm. One thing that you could do if you're playing in the new Snapshots or 1.16, this farm will still work, but a problem will be coming that the piglins, I think is what they're called, those guys will spawn, and they're not attracted to the eggs. So what I would recommend doing, I'm not in that snapshot right now, actually. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get soul torches. So like the blue fire torches, they're scared of that. So if you place it all along the edges, they'll be forced into the center and they'll fall into it and you'll be able to kill them. One more thing is that if you're playing that snapshot and you just don't want them at all, I'm pretty sure you could just sub out the netherrack for magma, because I don't think that they spawn on magma. Alright, so that's how you make a 1.15 slash 1.16 slash any above that, unless something changes, zombie pigman mob farm. Wow, you can see they're still coming in. Yeah, this thing works extremely fast. If you want gold, great farm. If you haven't gone to the end yet and you want XP, great farm choice. If you have got to the end, I would recommend using an Enderman Farm, because those just, nothing competes with those. Those are probably the fastest you can get. If you want a tutorial for that, I have one in the cards on the top right of your screen right now. You can watch that if you want, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, we're coming up on 100. It's been a long ride, man. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.